Simply perfect. Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. I broke down 25 wide receivers. I'm only going to give you 20 today, 10 and 10. All the videos, the highlight videos are going to be in the comment section. If you like the videos, subscribe and like. It don't cost a dime. Every position, I have an extra 5 guys. And after I get done with all my positions, I'm going to be throwing those 5 dudes out in short videos, plus mocks and crazy mocks and sleepers. So today you're going to get 20 wide receivers and my daily draft sleeper. I'm going to blow everyone's mind today with my number one, with my wide receiver rankings, because I march to my own drum, to the beat of my own drum. Charlene, good afternoon. Boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Wide receiver uno. Travis Hunter, Colorado. The kid's a freak, physical freak. 6'1", 185. He had 96 receptions for 1258 and 16 TDs. He has cornerback flex. I'm sorry, bro. He's not going both ways in the NFL. If I was him and a team asked me to go both ways in the NFL, I'd be like, okay, so you're gonna pay me for being a wide receiver, and you're gonna pay me for being a cornerback, right? Because you want me to play 2 different positions. You're gonna pay me both. An NFL team is not gonna do that. I think Travis Hunter is a better wide receiver than he is a corner. Yo, you just got to check out the Stanford game. They got a kid you're going to see later, Eli Moore, bro, just ripped him. But, yo, Travis Hunter is a straight-up freak. But I think, he's my wide receiver 1. Next, at number 2, shock is Emeka Egbuka, the Ohio State. He's like this much below 6'1". He's teetering on 6'1", 190. Let's see. 2024, he had a little over 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. 2023, he was hurt, high ankle sprain. He missed like 7 games. 2022, he put up 74 catches for 1,100 yards and 10 TDs. People are saying, man, like, this just shows you that people do not watch college football. A lot of people are saying, oh, he was always a wide receiver 2, never a wide receiver 1. Look at the Ohio State wide receivers that have come out in the last 6-7 years, man. You don't think Emeka? Listen, every other team I'm giving you, Emeka Egbuka would probably be the number 1 wide receiver on that team. Ohio State has a wealth of riches, and I don't want to hear that he's a wide receiver 2. But for all the Dallas fans out there that are bitching that they want a wide receiver 2 for CeeDee Lamb, wouldn't he fit perfect? That's that. Next, number 3 is Luther Campbell. No, I'm joking. 2 Live Crew, showing my age. Luther Burden, Missouri. 5'11", 210. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. He made a business decision in 2024. It happens every single year. 660 yards, 6 TDs. Business decision. 2023, he went off for 1,212 yards and 9 touchdowns. Ironic, in 2023, I don't know if he's still there now, though, but in 2023, Missouri had Kellen Moore's brother as an offensive coordinator. I'm sure Kellen Moore took his brother, though, probably to the NFL with him with the Saints. A lot of people are down on Luther Burden this year, but he made a business decision. Deep threat. The kid can fly. He has good hands. He's my number 3 wide receiver. Next kid might be a shock to some people. Number 4, I got Texans Matthew Golden. 6 foot, 195. He's a speedster. He's going to take the top of the defense off. 6 foot, 195. 2024, he had 58 catches, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. Solid, very solid 3-year production. I don't see him running a full route tree. I don't, which a lot of Big 12 wide receivers can't. And anyone who watches my channel knows I am not a fan of Big 12 wide receivers, and yet there's a lot of them today. Because for every Des Bryant, for every Lamb, for every Amon St. Brown, for every Lamb, Amon St. Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, for every one of them, there are 1,000 busts that come out of the Big 12. If you don't believe me, just check the Saturday over-unders. It's triple digits, bro. They do not play defense in that conference. They don't. It's normal to see 55, 50 games. Now here's the shocker. Honestly, wait, it's been a while. That's the shocker. All right, at 5, everyone's head's gonna explode right now. Victoria McMillan, Divisive 5, 6'5", 220. People a little down on him because he ran a slow 40. What did you think he was going to run, bro? Guys, the kid's 6'5", 220. Now, 3 years of ball, he put up 26 TDs, 3,700 yards. All right. Pac-10, Pac-12, they do not play defense. Then he transferred over to the Big 12. They do not play defense. He has great size. I think he's a red zone threat. I do think he is going to get jammed on the line of scrimmage. He's going to get harassed and jammed because me personally, I don't think he's fast enough to beat the break off the line of scrimmage. And when you see a lot of his touchdowns, and if, people want to nitpick, I can nitpick also. They were blown coverages, and he was by himself. And then, ironically, he says he does not watch football. I'm sure that went over really well with the 32 NFL teams. And he doesn't watch tape. So listen, unless this kid is specifically trying to tank to go to a team that he wants to go to, he's doing a great job at it. Because who's ever in this kid's ear, doesn't that sound familiar? Like when Maxi Pad, a.k.a. Mozzie Smith, said, I don't like football. I just like hitting people. You don't even like that, bro. You like roller skates, man. So that's that. At 6, and I'm going to regret not having this kid higher, Trey Harris, 6'3", 211, Old Miss, bro. He put up 60 catches, 1,030 yards, 7 TDs. Once again, solid 3-year production. He has 25 TDs over his career. 6'3", 211, playing in a division where they play defense. I'm going to regret I have a feeling I'm going to regret not having him higher. If I had to comp him, I'd comp him to, I can't think of his name, bro. He went, once the draft is over, man, like I start with the next year's names. The kid that went to the Carolina Panthers with that crazy, crazy Southern accent. It sounded cool though to me. He went to the Bills. No, he didn't go to the Bills. No, yeah, he did go to the Bills. No, he went to the Carolina Panthers. Keon Coleman went to the Bills, who I liked. But I compare Trey Harris to him. He has good size, 6'3", 211. He goes up for the ball. He's good in the red zone. He shields his body away from defenders, and he goes up there and he gets it, and he has nice size. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a perfect 6'3", 211. That is a perfect size. JB, the Cowboys fan. Boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Jaw. Boom. Exactly. Xavier Leggett. Trey Harris, Old Miss, 6'3", 211, reminds me of Xavier Leggett, who went to the Carolina Panthers. And this kid takes the top off the field, and this kid has really, really good hands. And at 6, I'm going to regret not having him higher. JB, the Cowboys fans, where would you take a top 5 wide receiver in this draft at? That's a good question, bro. Late 3. I'm hoping we can trade back and get a 4th. Because I just think at this point right now, the weakness of the Cowboys is the trenches on both sides. Our offensive line is a mess. Defensive line? What defensive line? We don't have a defensive line. I can get a speedster. I can get a million speedsters in this draft. So I guarantee you my 10 might not even be other people's top 20. But, 3rd to 4th. Listen, unless there's 2 dudes, there's like 3 dudes, 4 dudes I want at 12. If they're not there, I got no problem trading back, getting an extra 3. But this will be the 2nd year in a row where we don't have a 4th, and it's going to kill us because it's a crazy, crazy deep wide receiver draft. Trenches, man. But the sad part is you build your team inside out, but Jerry builds his team from outside in. It's pathetic. And I know Dak needs weapons, but Dak can't throw the ball if he's laying on his back. Next, 7. I hate Big 12. I hate Big 12 wide receivers. Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 210, Iowa State. Great production. Plays in a conference where they don't play defense. But I threw him in there at number 7. He's 6'4", 210. He had very, very 3 years of good production. 2024, almost 1,200 yards with 9 TDs. 2023, he had a little under 1,000 with 6 TDs. And honestly, 2022 might have been his best year. He had 800 yards and 10 touchdowns. He has good hands. He has to just not get jammed at the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, here's a kid at number 8 that I guarantee you nobody has in their top 10. But that's why I marched to the beat of my own drum. Xavier Restrepo, wide receiver, the U. 5'11", 205. I honestly don't care what 40 time he ran. He ran like a 4.8, but he hurt his hamstring. Bro, but I've said it all year. This kid is not going to beat anyone in a flat-out race. He's just crazy slippery. He's the perfect possession wide receiver. He had over 200 receptions in his career at Miami. He has almost every single Miami wide receiver record. Let that think in for all the wide receivers that went to Miami. 2024, he had 1,000 yards, 11 TDs, 0 dropped passes. Bro, you got to check his hands for stickum showing my age. That's what wide receivers would put it all over them and their hands to make them stick the ball better. Honestly, I think 2023 might have been a better year. He played with 4 different quarterbacks in 2023, still had 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. I don't care what he ran. You put this kid on the Chiefs, you put this kid on the Bills, Philly, you put this, he is the perfect possession wide receiver. And I don't care. He's number 8 for me. Number 9. This shows you, though, number 9 and 10 shows you that all the draft guys that sprout out in March and April don't watch football, because I had majority of these guys in my top 10 in May. Because let me ask you a question. If someone blew up in 2023, shouldn't that have caught your eye? Maybe just wrote a note down in your book. But I guess I'm the only one that watches college football that like religiously. I truly do. Jalen Royals, wide receiver, Utah State. 6 foot 205, has a nice build. This kid can fly. He was banged up in 2024. He had 834 yards with 6 TDs. Being injured / business decision. He made his money in 2023. 2023, he had 1,100 yards and 15 TDs. He made his money in 2023. So 2024, he went out there. Oh, this hurts. They all make business decisions. This kid will take the top of the defense off. He will stretch the field. He has good hands. But if you were watching football in 2023, would that not have shown up? Number 10, nobody had this kid ranked anywhere. Now they're predicting this kid to go in the 3rd round. Ironically, he was in my top 5 in May. It just shows you who watches college football, and it shows you who just looks at other people's channels and who just looks at highlight fields. At number 10, I have Keandra Lambert-Smith out of Auburn, 6'1", 190. The reason I was so high on him, because I watched him waste 3 years of his life at Penn State with quarterbacks that cannot get this kid the deep ball. Bro, this kid is 6'1", 190, and he ran a 4.38, and he has good hands. So he said, screw this. I'm not staying at Penn State. Jumps in the portal, transfers to Auburn, which I think we all can agree, Auburn is not a top 10 team, top 5 team. Transferred to Auburn, and he pretty much eclipsed his 3 years at Penn State in 1 year at Auburn. Why? Because he had a quarterback that can throw him the deep ball. Bro, find me anyone in May that was talking about Jalen Royals, Keandra Lambert-Smith. I don't understand how people watch someone for 2 games and give them a grade, yet there's 4, 5, 6 years of film on some of these cats. It just truly shows you who watches football and who don't. I already probably got 50, 60 names in my head for next season. My brain is scrambled from all these. So, drop 10 wide receivers. Going to be coming right. The highlight videos are going to be in the comments. I'm going to be coming back out with 10 more wide receivers from 11 to 20. And then I got an extra 5 that I'm going to drop at a later date. I have an extra 5 at all my positions. Thank you, Charlene, for jumping in the chat. JB, the Cowboys fan. Jar. Thank you, everybody. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. I don't know why people like that. Oh, well, maybe that's like a TikTok thing, or I guess with a phone when they film it, they go, "Oh, I'm too old, man. I'll tear my shoulder." I do something like that. See you in a bit with 10 more.